Living in Norway, the truth about fjords, frozen cash, and Viking taxes. Welcome to the land of fjords, trolls, and yes, those perplexingly high taxes. Today we'll talk about what it's really like to live in Norway. If you're thinking of moving here or just curious about life in this Nordic wonderland, stick around because we're covering the pros, the cons, and some surprising truths. Let's go. Norwegians are masters of the work-life balance. The standard work week is 37.5 hours, and there's a strong emphasis on family time and leisure. Most offices empty out by 4 p.m., and don't be surprised if you see people heading off to their cabins in the mountains for a long weekend. Did I mention the 5 weeks of paid vacation? It's no wonder Norway consistently ranks high in happiness indexes. And get this, in some companies, it's totally okay to take a walking meeting in the forest. Imagine discussing quarterly earnings while strolling through a pine-scented trail. Corporate life, but make it Norwegian. Now let's get into some of the quirks. Did you know that Norwegians have a special term for cozy times at home? It's called koselig, and it's a big part of their culture, especially during the long winter months. Then there's the tradition of russ, a raucous celebration for high school graduates that involves wearing red or blue overalls and, well, a lot of partying. And let's not forget the lutefisk, a dish made of dried fish soaked in lye. It's an acquired taste, to say the least. And here's one you probably didn't know. Norway hosts an annual cheese rolling event in the town of Lillehammer. Yes, people chase wheels of cheese down a hill. It's as entertaining as it sounds. One of the biggest pros of living in Norway is the sheer natural beauty. From the stunning fjords to the mesmerizing northern lights, nature here is like nowhere else on earth. Hiking, skiing, and fishing are national pastimes, and there's no shortage of breathtaking trails and serene lakes to explore. Plus, Norway's commitment to preserving its natural environment means that these treasures will be around for generations to come. And did you know that in some parts of Norway, you can experience the midnight sun? That's right. During summer, the sun never fully sets, giving you 24 hours of daylight. Perfect for those long, adventurous hikes or midnight barbecues. Here's something you might not know. In Norway, it's perfectly normal to leave your baby stroller with the baby in it outside while you sip coffee in a cafe. It's all part of the trust-based society. And if you ever find yourself in the small town of Geiranger, don't be surprised to see goats mowing the grass. Yes, really. These are just a few of the charming quirks that make Norway unique. And speaking of quirky, did you know that Norway is one of the few places where it's legal to camp anywhere? Thanks to the Allemannsretten, or right to roam, you can pitch your tent pretty much wherever you like, as long as you're respectful of the environment. Housing, finding a place to live. Imagine renting an apartment in Norway. It's a bit like a treasure hunt. In cities like Oslo and Bergen, you're looking at rents that can make your wallet cry. Think 15,000 kroner, around $1,500, for a one-bedroom apartment in the city center. But head to the countryside, you might find a cozy cabin for half that price, with a view so stunning it looks photoshopped. Just be prepared for a bit of a commute, maybe the odd encounter with a curious moose. Taxes. Norway's tax system is like a Viking raid on your paycheck, but there's a silver lining. Low-income earners, brace yourself for about 25% of your 200,000 kroner. That's $20,000. Middle income, that's 35% of your 500,000 kroner, $50,000 earnings. High rollers pulling in over 1 million kroner, or $100,000, you're looking at up to 45%. Painful? Maybe. But here's the twist, those taxes fund some of the best public services in the world. Speaking of which, Norway's public services are the stuff of legends. Healthcare is practically free at the point of use. Education from kindergarten to university won't cost you a krone, and public transport is as reliable as your grandma's knitting. You've got trams, trains, and buses that run like clockwork, even in snowstorms. And then there are the public libraries, parks, and cultural facilities that are top-notch. Here's a quirky tidbit. Norway has a library ship. It's called the Epos, and it cruises up and down the coast carrying books. It can hold 6,000 volumes and accommodates a captain, 2 capable seamen, 3 librarians, and a performer. So, is living in Norway worth the high costs? Well, that's up to you to decide. With its high quality of life, incredible public services, and stunning natural beauty, it's no wonder that so many people are drawn to this Nordic gem. But it's also a place where the cost of living can be high, and the winters long and dark. What do you think? Would you move to Norway? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.